A chokehold, 16 punches to the head, a kick to the arm, and 3 taser blasts. That's what Inkster police were seen doing to a driver they recently pulled over for running a stop sign. The video you saw today is garnering an emotional response from the parties involved and the public.
All right, let's bring back Local 4 Defender Kevin Dietz, who has now uncovered more about one of the officers involved in some pretty troubling accusations, Kevin.
Yeah, that's right. There are 2 full investigations underway right now, and those investigating are asking that the community be patient during this process. But others in the community are speaking out. They say they don't like what they hear about this officer's past, and they want a federal independent investigation. Police video. In it, Inkster police pull over 57-year-old Floyd Dent for running a stop sign. When Dent opens his door, the situation escalates. He is dragged from the car, put in a chokehold, kicked, punched in the head 16 times, and tasered 3 times while being handcuffed. When he gets to his feet, his face and shirt are covered in blood.
It was barbaric in the final analysis, and it could have been handled in a much, much different way.
Ron Scott is with the Coalition Against Police Brutality. He says when proper protocol is not followed, citizens and police are at risk.
You don't hit first and ask questions later. That's the worst way. That's the way to make sure that officers don't come home.
The officers say Dent took too long to pull over, suddenly opened his car door, bit the officer in the arm. They say they were protecting themselves. Dent had no weapon in his car and tested negative for drugs and alcohol. He was driving on a suspended license, and police found a bag of crack cocaine in his car. The chief immediately launched an investigation and asked the Michigan State Police to conduct one as well.
Did you see the video?
Yes, I have.
Do you have any initial comments?
I want the investigation to run and be objective, so we're going to wait for the results of those investigations.
Officer William Melendez, seen throwing punches, was fired from the Detroit Police Department for falsifying reports. In 2003, he was charged criminally in federal court with planting evidence. A jury found him not guilty. Media commentator Adolph Mongo says for citizens to be satisfied, the feds, not the city and state, need to investigate.
How can you let the state police investigate this incident when their own cops were involved?
Andy Arena watched the video as well. He is the former head of Detroit's FBI.
Take a hard look at that dashboard cam footage, interview any witnesses, interview the police officers that were there. You know, the cocaine that was the crack cocaine, I mean, is this guy's fingerprints anywhere on the bag?
The NAACP's Reverend Wendell Anthony is concerned about an African-American citizen being punched, kicked, and tasered by 3 white police officers.
Police should be respected, but the people should be protected. I should not fear police officers when they approach my car as to whether or not something is going to happen. Police officers should go home at the end of the day, but I want to go home at the end of the day, too.
There has been no timetable for either the Inkster or the MSP investigation. We are told that they are both considered a high priority. Reporting live, Kevin Dietz, Defenders.
Well, Kevin, as the investigation of the traffic stop continues, what is next for Mr. Dent as far as criminal charges go, I guess?
Yeah, this has been very emotional for the whole Dent family. And coming up at 6 o'clock, we're going to hear from Mr. Dent and his father and his brother. As it stands now, the district court judge threw out the obstruction and resisting arrest charges, saying there was no evidence of that. But he is charged with possession of crack cocaine, and he's scheduled in Recorder's Court in Wayne County on Wednesday.
Yeah, charges he's insisted on fighting.
Yes.
Yeah. It tops our news at 6, a story in which the Local 4 defenders continue to break new ground.
That's right. The video we showed you of a man being beaten by police after a traffic stop is now getting national attention. But now there's new video that could have police answering even more difficult questions.
Let's bring in Defender Kevin Dietz. He is live with the newest information. Kevin?
Dent says after he was beaten by police officers and while he was sitting in the back of a squad car, he could see a police officer plant evidence in his car. And now his attorney says they have the video to back it up. Take a look. This is the video defense attorneys say is smoking gun evidence that police planted crack cocaine in the car of Floyd Dent, a 57-year-old Inkster man who was tasered, kicked, and punched in the head 16 times by police after being pulled over for running a stop sign. In the video, the officer seen throwing the punches, William Melendez, is seen pulling something from his pocket that looks like a plastic baggie with something inside it. Melendez testified in court police found a baggie of crack cocaine under the passenger seat of Dent's car. Greg Roll is Floyd Dent's attorney.
We have on video this officer searching the car and testifying, oh, allegedly I found it under the passenger seat. Of course, my client's fingerprints will not be on that bag. We all know that. And all of a sudden you see Robocop reaching into his pocket, and you can see him pull out a baggie. And then all of a sudden he's got a baggie of rocks. And so where did that come from? Come on.
Officer Melendez was known by citizens in Detroit as Robocop. He was fired by the Detroit Police Department for falsifying police reports. He was charged for planting evidence in 2003 in a federal court case. A jury found him not guilty. Local attorney Michael Ratai says he is friends with Officer Melendez and supports him.
He's just a good guy. He's a man's man. And I can't say enough good things about him. I don't know the circumstances that he's currently facing, but I would be surprised if he did something that was inappropriate.
In a one-on-one interview, Dent tells me he doesn't do drugs, doesn't sell drugs. A test for drugs following the stop came up negative. Dent has no criminal record.
They treat me like I killed 100 people. Okay? And that's when I knew then this is some type of cover-up. Okay? They trying to cover up for what they did. When they looked at my car, they thought I was actually a drug dealer.
Police are not commenting on the video. Melendez was put on desk duty immediately, pending an internal investigation and a Michigan State Police investigation. Floyd Dent is scheduled to be in court next Wednesday. His attorney plans to take this videotape in, show it to the judge, and ask for the drug charges to be dropped. The defenders will be in court, and we will report back what, if anything, the judge makes of this video and if it's evidence at all. Reporting live in Inkster, Kevin Dietz, Defenders.
Now, Kevin, we know this story is making national attention as well, but how is the local community reacting?
Boy, they have really come out. Many people have called and contacted Mr. Dent and supported him. Many others have called and are showing support for the police officers. Everybody is really just asking to let the police officers, the Michigan State Police and the Inkster Police, go through the process of doing the investigation and then coming out with the findings. And tomorrow morning, the city manager is going to have a press conference to let everyone know just how serious they're taking this case.
All right. Our Kevin Dietz reporting for us live. We should tell you that Floyd Dent joined us live here in the studio moments ago.